up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of That Right Bar, and IFBB Pro. So, actually, Christian Duke from Strength Addicts brought up a great point in a video this week. That Masters pros, when you turn pro as a Masters competitor, like I turned pros at Masters USA, we really don't get the publicity or respect after we turn pro that the open class does, right? Because, and I'm going to actually go into this, and I understand the argument, but I actually agree that we don't deserve any respect. I agree. And we did this to ourselves. Look, man, if you went to Masters USA and you were backstage or even in the audience watching it, there were some physiques on that stage, especially in classic physique and physique that can do some damage at the pro ranks in the IFBB. Just phenomenal athletes. In fact, the super heavyweight, I have no idea this guy's name, didn't talk to him at all. Dude, he was alone when he was standing on stage against his class and alone. He looked phenomenal. Now, bodybuilding is a competitive comparison sport. So when he stood next to me, although he had more size than me, my taper and my conditioning is why I won. But if you're going on sheer mass and graininess, well, graininess maybe. He was really, really hard. Like, he had a hard granite physique. And, dude, he could bang on a pro stage. He definitely could. Definitely could. He could bang. Now, could he win? No, but if he did like the Chicago Pro or the New York Pro, he wouldn't get last. He was damn good. Damn good. Like, I beat some really, really, really top-level guys who could do some damage on the pro stage. So, as I go into it, and I look at the guys who competed at North Americans and the 40 plus, I'm like, wow, this is great. Now, I'm going to talk about the 40 plus. 35 plus, now I'm not arguing what the IFBB does. I just don't think that's Masters. Like, 35 is your prime. Like, Brandon won his first Olympia at over 35. Like, 35, shit's good. At 40, things start to go weird, right? So, I'm all, look, 35 plus, we'll consider Masters for the sake of this video, 40 plus. Now, after I earned my pro card, I noticed that, like, nobody cared. Like, people cared. My people cared. I've been on, not for the IFBB pro card, but since I've won my pro card, I've been blessed with a lot of things. I've been on Timcast, which is so much bigger than any industry thing. Like, you compare his rankings online to Nick Strength and Power or MD or RX, it's not even close. Been on Jesse Kelly's show, America First or I'm First, been on all these awesome programs. And the IFBB, since I've been IFBB Pro, so I'm not out here complaining about notoriety, but I just want to bring it up. I don't care. Like, I did an interview with Ron Harris from MD, which goes up, I believe, next week, which is astounding. And I'm very honored to be interviewed by Ron Harris and, of course, my coach, Jose, right? But, why don't Masters competitors, when they turn pro, get any credit or any exposure? Well, because they suck. Not as athletes, but they don't use it. A lot of people, when they're Masters, they go and do a pro qualifier, and let's say they win, and then they retire. Their goal was to be a Masters pro, not to actually use the cards. They get their pro card, and it's gone. Like, very few people actually compete. Look at it this way. In the Chicago Pro last year, I believe there were 12 or 13 competitors. And there's not that many pro shows. So, like, 212. The 212 division, there's a lot of people who compete as lightweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight who can suck down to 212 as pros. 12 people. 12 competed. I don't know how many Masters competitors under 212 won their pro card, but I know it's more than 12. Yet, they didn't use it. They get the pro card, and they renew it, and they can say, I'm an IFBB pro, and they don't compete. And to me, that's disrespectful to the sport. A pro card is not meant as a destination. It's meant to be a beginning. It's meant to be a birth into the pro divisions. Unfortunately, these Masters competitors, they get in there, they win that pro card, they earn that pro card, and they're done. Like, okay, I've reached my goal. I'm a pro. No, man, you're not a pro. You're a guy who earned a pro card. Until you actually earn your place as a pro and get on stage next to other pros, you are not a pro. You are a dude with a pro card. Right now, I'm a dude with a pro card. I'm an IFBB pro, but am I a professional bodybuilder? On July 22nd and 23rd, I will be when I step on stage at the Chicago Pro. But the Masters division doesn't deserve any respect right now. They don't deserve coverage by Nick Strength and Power. They don't deserve coverage by Muscular Development. They don't deserve coverage by RX Muscle. They don't deserve coverage by Nick Trigilli. The guys who in the open classes do. Why? Because those guys are going to go on and they're going to compete and they're going to do pro shows. And so by Nick and Nick Strength and Power and RX and Dave Palumbo at RX and friggin' MD and Ron Harris, all these guys, like, why are they going to profile a guy who's literally going to take his pro card and fucking die with it? Well, there's no point. There's no point. These Masters competitors, it's kind of disgraceful. And they've made it where you earn this pro card and you're so proud. And you're like, dude, and this is speaking generally. Like, I don't care. I really don't. Like, dude, literally, I was on Timcast on the 27th. Like, that is so big. Like, I'm like done. I can never be on a podcast again and be like, I won. And I honestly, like, my channels and my social media has more views than a lot of these guys, has more subscribers. So I don't really care. I would be honored for Nick Strength and Power to mention me. I would be honored for Dave Palumbo to interview me. I was honored Ron Harrison and Jose Raymond interviewed me. I would be honored for Nick Trigilli to do a video on how I have a scandal about me. I would be honored. But look, man, I got to be the change. And it's on me to compete and to make the Masters class actually respectable. Right now, we don't deserve any fucking respect. We're wasting people's time. We're getting on stage, looking phenomenal, and then fucking retiring. Name one Masters, a guy who turned pro as a Masters, who actually went on to do some shows. I can name one, John Meadows. John Meadows turned pro, and then he did the Arnold Classic, sucked down to under 202, which, if you've seen John, that's hard to do. Literally, John told me he ate egg whites only for 2 weeks straight to make that weight. John, God rest his soul. God, I love that man so much. God rest his soul. Makes me want to cry thinking of the legacy that John Meadows left behind. And I know this is not what this video is about, but I want to take a moment to just say a prayer for the family of John Meadows, because I wasn't going to bring him up in this video. It just came to my mind. I got ADHD. I bring things up. God, I was just, our leg curl machine at Carbon Culture, when you're doing standing leg curls, it looks right at John's picture from when we did the grand opening together. And I was just like, I was thinking of when I was in his house and he's like, we're just talking, and I think he was making a peanut butter jelly sandwich. And John put his pro card to work. Like, John's an amazing man. What a loss. What a loss to the community and to this earth. God. Man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. I don't care. I'll cry. Don't care. I'm not editing that out either. I don't care. If you guys think I'm faking this, you can't fake that. That's just... Look, man. 2021 was the best year of my life, but I lost John. And then I got a pro card. It was a hard year. It was a hard year for everybody, man. It was a hard year. We all had our own, I did great in many areas, but, man, we lost some good people. Really good people. Sean, John. Tough year. So back to the pro card thing, right? One reason I'm doing the Chicago Pro is that I don't want people to say that I got a pro card just because I was competing as a 40-plus Masters. I'm not going there I'm not going there to compete at the Chicago Pro. I'm not going there for top 5. I'm doing the 212. I'm not going there for top 3. I'm going there to win. I'm going there with every intention to win. I'm going there to prove that us old guys can bang. I'm going there to prove that my pro card wasn't a fluke. I'm going there to prove that I could do even better conditioning than that disgusting conditioning I brought to stage in Scottsdale. I got a lot to prove. And winning a pro show and qualifying for the Olympia, that's my intentions on what I'm going to do this year. And that should be every Masters Pro intentions. Everybody who turns pro should have the intention of getting on a pro stage as soon as possible to prove that you belong, to prove that you are pro worthy, to prove that you can compete. That pro card wasn't given to you for you to be able to flash it at the strip club and get some daps from the strippers. No, that card was given to you as a passport. That card was given to you as basically a card, an exclusive card that gets you on stage next to the best of the best in the world and allows you to compete for a title, whether it's the Chicago Pro, whether it's the New York Pro, whether it's the Olympia. That card is special. It is the universal key that opens every door in the hotel room. It is the key. It opens the treasure chest. That card is special. The IFBB Pro card is the most coveted thing in bodybuilding. It is what people spend their whole life trying to get. Blood, sweat, tears, reps, sets, every bite of food eaten, every time you're hungry while dieting, every time your feet hurt from doing too much cardio. That card is the epitome of all of the sacrifice it took. Every time you're grumpy and you piss your wife off, every time you're just, it is a lot. It is special. And if you don't use that card, I can't respect that. Now, if you've done some shows and you figured, okay, I've done it, served my time, I'm ready to go, that's fine. But to earn a pro card and never use it, and that's what these Masters Pros do. They earn their pro card in the 40 plus and they basically go and die. Literally and metaphorically speaking. I have no intention of dying. I have every intention of fucking winning. Winning, winning, winning. My life is based on winning. If I don't win, you know goddamn well that I tried to win. That's my mindset going into this every time I go to the gym. I sit in my car for a couple seconds beforehand and I think to myself, I'm getting ready for that show. I get hyped. I've bulked up to 222 so far. My conditioning's on point. Cardio's on point. Everything's on point. My life is perfect. I'm bringing it. But the reason the Masters Pros don't get respect is because we haven't fucking earned it. And we are going to earn it this year. And I'm going to prove to everybody that we can bang. Look, I'm going for first place, but I understand it's based on judges' opinions of how people look. I might get fourth. I might get second. I might get dead last. Possible. But guess what? I'm going to bring the best I can to that stage, and I'm going to fucking represent. And I just might shock some of y'all. I might just win the whole damn thing. But don't pass judgment on how I'm going to do as a pro. Give me a chance to succeed or fail. That's all I ask you. Let me prove to you that I'm worthy of being a pro. I beg you, give me the opportunity to prove to you that I am worthy of being a pro. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like this channel, like this video, subscribe to this. I always mess that up. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on that notification bell, and of course, follow me on Instagram at Marc Lobliner, Twitter at Marc Lobliner, Facebook at Marc Lobliner, and of course, get all your supplements from TigerFitness.com, including the Top Bar at Vitamin Shop and TigerFitness.com, which is the Outright Bar. Anyway, guys, much love. And of course, this shirt, Riderwear.com, coupon code Lobliner. Riderwear.com, coupon code Lobliner. The best bodybuilding clothing and shoes you will ever find. Anyway, I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game.
This is my first full workout on Ambrosia Kinetic Blue Raspberry. Let me just tell you this. This is the pre-workout that you need to take your workouts to the next level. We didn't just want to launch a pre-workout that's just like every other pre-workout. We wanted a mushroom-enhanced pre-workout that addresses the things you need: mental focus, energy, and power. Ambrosia Kinetic will not only take your body to that next level, it will also take your mind to that next level to give you the best workouts of your life.